All right, okay, we are live on both platforms. Oops, sorry, my phone dropped. Give me a sec. All right, okay, now we are officially ready to start. So welcome everyone, this is day 8 of our 30-day meditation challenge. So we are already on week number 2, which is really fantastic, very exciting. We have 3 more weeks to go for the total 30-day challenge to complete. I've gotten some really good feedback so far. I'm really excited about it. So if you did the meditation yesterday, we focused on gratitude. So focusing on the things that we are thankful for, counting our blessings. And for me, my affirmation was, I was focusing on the gratitude and the blessings that I have to have such an amazing, wonderful YouTube community, and to all the subscribers and the people who are following along with this challenge even now. It was really wonderful. And what's funny is that today I woke up to a couple of messages from my subscribers, and my boyfriend actually found it also. There was a thread on Reddit or something like that, and someone was asking what's the best yoga class ever, and they linked my video. It was at the top of the page, number 1, and it had, you know, a whole bunch of upvotes and likes and stuff like that. So that video got really popular. So anyway, just a funny little coincidence or synchronicity that happened. When you focus on your blessings, you just seem to get more of those. So that was really cool and definitely a fun, definitely put me in a good mood to start my day today. And so following on that feel-good attitude that I feel now, since we focused yesterday on gratitude, so focusing on what we already have, today I want us to focus on abundance. So calling into our lives what we want more of, or whether it's an experience or you want people or you want things, doesn't really matter what you're calling in towards you, but that feeling of abundance, of feeling like there is so much that you can access or tap into, instead of always being in a sentiment of lack, or like there's not enough for everyone, and like you have to fight and compete to get what you want. It's a lot more of a positive mindset to go into the mindset of abundance, where you can really realize that there really is enough for everyone to go around, and you deserve to have a piece just as much as anyone else, and there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to have the things that you want to have, right? So that is the feeling of our meditation today, abundance. It's one of my all-time, excuse me, one of my all-time favorite meditations or themes to focus on, just because I think it's so important, especially if you tend to be the kind of person who maybe feels like nothing good ever happens to you, or like you don't deserve good opportunities or good things to happen in your life. It can be a really positive thing to focus on just all the wealth that there is around you and that you can have access to, and to really believe that you deserve and you are entitled to some of it. You know, not entitled in the sense of like in a negative way, but just entitled in a way where, you know, you're a human being like everyone else. So why wouldn't you get to experience joy and happiness and love and wealth, or whatever it is that you might want, right? You're no reason why other people can have it and you can't. So that is what we are going to focus on today. One of my all-time favorite meditations. So we are going to start sitting up nice and tall, drawing the shoulders away from the ears, and we're going to turn our palms to face up towards the sky, just dropping the hands on the tops of the knees. I'm actually going to scooch back a little bit for this one. So sitting up nice and tall, and feel free to elevate your hips up on a block or up on some blankets, whatever works best for you. And then let's close the eyes, softening the gaze. And you might want to keep a little bit of a light smile on your face. So we want to maintain a playful attitude with this meditation. Just being really lighthearted. Sometimes for some people, focusing on abundance can make them feel a little pressured or heavy. But we want to go into abundance with just a playful attitude, like anything could happen. Opening ourselves up to possibilities. Because we know that deep down, we are worthy. And why not, right? Why not? Why couldn't we have the things that we want? least that's how I look at it. Focusing in on the breath, start to inhale and exhale through the nose. So when I focus on abundance for my meditations, I like to set an affirmation right at the beginning, and I tend to repeat that affirmation throughout the meditation, broken into little bits of silence, but I just silently repeat my affirmation in my head over and over until I really start to believe it and really start to feel it. So for me, the affirmation that I am going to work with today is, I am open and receptive to new and exciting opportunities. And that's one that I use a lot. Just find one that seems to resonate with you. You can choose to create an affirmation that focuses on abundance in a specific area of your life. So for example, if you want more money, you can have the affirmation of, I am a money magnet. And just notice if focusing on money makes you a little bit uncomfortable, might mean that there's some work you need to do there, just to clear those little money blocks. You can focus on your relationships. So I am fulfilled by my relationships and by my friendships. Or you can focus on your health. So I am vibrant and healthy. Whatever it may be. And once you have it, let's sit with it for a few minutes. Make sure the forehead is smooth, the cheeks and the jaw are soft. If you notice your mind steering away from your affirmation or from stillness and quiet, just slowly herd it back. So bring the awareness back. Notice if there are any emotions that arise when you focus on abundance and on your affirmation. You might feel uplifted and confident, or you might notice some self-doubt come into play, hesitation, or skepticism. Whatever those feelings may be, try not to get too attached to them. You want to take a step back and just observe. So be the observer, not necessarily the experiencer. So for these last few minutes of our meditation together, instead of focusing on your affirmation, see if you can quiet down those thoughts and move more into stillness and inner silence. And if you find that this is challenging or you are thinking quite a bit, don't worry about it. Be kind to yourself. You are still meditating. You are still doing it just fine, even if that's happening. We're just trying to stretch out the space between the thoughts and lengthen those pauses.
So we'll close by dedicating our meditation to someone in our lives. Let's bring our right hand on our heart, and the left hand over the top, bowing the head gently. Try to think of someone in your life or someone that you know that could use a little bit of abundance. And this can be any kind of abundance. Imagine that you can send it to them. Really visualizing whatever it is that they need. Visualizing that reaching them. Recognizing that abundance doesn't have to be something that only a select few can have. And we don't always have to compete for resources and experiences. Recognizing that there's more than enough for everyone. There's more than enough money and food and love. There's just so much. Let's bring our hands at the front of the heart and close with the breath together, inhaling through the nose and out the mouth. Repeating your affirmation to yourself in your head. And gently blinking the eyes open, coming out of the meditation. So I would love to know what that was like for you. I know when I first started to focus on abundance, the feelings that would come up weren't exactly positive feelings. So I would feel pretty, not necessarily negative, but doubtful and hesitant. Like I didn't actually really believe that I could get all these things that I wanted and all these experiences and people, which is pretty common. You have to really get to a place where you feel worthy enough to receive all these things that you want, right? So I hope you enjoyed this meditation and I hope you found it beneficial. I really want to leave you with this one quote or this one mantra that I've been repeating to myself probably for the last month. I think I heard it about a month ago and it's been on my mind almost every single day, at least once a day. I think about it. So whenever I get triggered by jealousy or I start to get competitive, so I look at other people and I feel like they have what I want and I start doubting and thinking that I'll never be able to get it for myself, you know, just like the regular nonsense that goes on with jealousy and competition. I like to remind myself that a rising tide lifts all boats, right? So
one other person, if I'm, talking about success, one other person being successful in my field helps everyone else also become more successful. So it's not always about fighting it out and peace. We can learn to collaborate and share our resources, and everyone can have a little bit more success and love and happiness and health and opportunities, all of it. We really can. At least that's what I believe. So a rising tide lifts all boats. I love to remind myself of that. So that is all for our meditation today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tomorrow will be a morning meditation. It will be at 8:45 a.m. So that's April 29th. And if you're in the mood to do a little bit of yoga, you can check out my YouTube channel. So I just put out a new class this morning. It's a 20-minute intermediate vinyasa flow, doing everything in 20 minutes. So twists, hip opener, bends, inversions, balancing poses, core strengtheners, all of it. So if you're on the go and need a good workout, definitely check out that class. I will link it either somewhere around the screen or down below in the description box or in a comment. Just look for it, but it's called Everything in 20 Minutes. And I just released it earlier this morning. So thank you so much again for tuning in. I hope you'll join me live tomorrow at 8:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if not, you can just catch the recap. It'll be day 9. Thanks so much, guys. Have a fantastic evening.